Hi, this is Krista Moon, owner of Moon Marketing, and thanks for taking a minute to check out our jump theme for the HubSpot website platform add-on. So creating web pages can be a pretty big pain in the neck. You have content from a Word document or something, you want to create a new page, start a new campaign, and then you have to go through your templates and find out which one will best fit what you're trying to do. And it doesn't always work out as easily as it sounds. So you might want to make a tweak to the template, add something, delete something, change the way that it looks a little bit. And then if you do that, then you can end up messing up with all the pages that use that template. So you might have to create a new template. And then you end up with a million templates on your website. It can be just kind of a confusing mess. So my developer and I work together to create a theme that allows me to mix and match custom modules. And it also has options I can turn on and off. So I can fit the content I'm working with onto the page in the way that I want it to look. And every page can be a custom look. I don't have to have the same theme on every page. But the cool thing is that the branding maintains. So it looks right on the page. I'm not changing the branding, but I can just create custom pages quickly and easily without having to get anyone else involved. Because my philosophy is that let's spend more time doing marketing and less time messing with technology and design. So I absolutely love what we put together. I use it all the time. It's been very valuable to us, and I'm excited to show it to you to see if you think it will work for what you're trying to achieve. So let's get started. Okay, so on this web page, I have a description of how our theme works, what modules we have available right now, and some of the options. So you can look through this on your own if you want to know more, or just look at it and study it a little bit to see if it's going to work for you. But what I'm going to do right now is show you an example. I'm not going to go through every module because that would just take too long, obviously. So I'm going to start with our split module because it's one of the main ones that I use all the time. And how it works is there's a section here where you can select which field group you want to edit. So up here at the top you have a header, and this is right here, you just type it in, and this is where it's cool because the module maintains your brand elements. People can't just start to change the font and make every page look completely different. Okay, so it's going to maintain the brand, which is nice. But I can decide, do I want it really huge or do I want it maybe a little smaller? Do I want a headline or a sub-headline? I can align this center, left, right, justified, and I can decide if I want an introduction, which I have one here to show you. I can look at the text settings, so you have a headline, a sub-headline, and then your area where you're going to have your copy. And we have an option here for bullets because sometimes you'll have a long bullet list and you might want to have it in 2 columns. So you can have a single column bullet list or a 2-column bullet list. And then you can also decide if you want a button that's in line here with this split section. And then you can decide, so that's the button down here. And it's pretty easy. You just put in your button text and link to the page you want it to link to, or an anchor tag. Go back. And so that's the text area. And then the multimedia area, you can decide if you want an image, do you want a video, Vimeo, like a YouTube, a Vimeo, or a slide share. That's what we have available right now. You can decide if you want a border style, a shadow, you want it circle. I don't want a circle though because that doesn't look good. See, that doesn't look good. So then you say, no, I don't like that. I'm going to make it back to my square. And you can have a caption on there. So that's how the image or the multimedia works. And then you have your split settings, and you can see if you scroll down the page here, you can decide, like if I just have this amount of copy, I don't want a big huge image or a teeny tiny image. So the split ratio really helps me decide or be able to choose what ratio is going to fit best with the content. Okay, so that's that. And maybe I want the multimedia on the left versus the right. So this is where I can choose that. There's an option for a conclusion if you want to have text underneath the button. And then there's also an option to be like, well, don't we have buttons up here? Yeah, but maybe I don't want a button there. I might want it to go underneath here. Maybe I have like 3 things I want to direct people to. So I could have 3 or 4 buttons underneath here to go all the way across. And I can decide if I want, maybe I have a dark background and I want white text, so I can decide that here. I can choose my background image, anything I want. This one doesn't have a background image, but it is a secondary color, so it's not the straight up white, which would be primary. And this is when we put this theme on your portal, we put what colors are going to be available for background images, so that we're not messing with the brand. You can do custom. Of course, we don't recommend that, because then you want to maintain some consistency. But just in case there's a situation where you need to have a custom color. And then you have additional settings where you can have an anchor tag, a border type if you want a line or a shadow. This one has a shadow border. And this is the width. So down here I have an example too of the different widths that you can do with the module. So it gives you a lot of options and flexibility. So, pretty much you get your content, and you can decide, I'm scrolling all over the place, sorry. You decide how do you want it to be displayed, how you're going to make it look good on the page. And so once you're familiar with the available modules, it makes it easy. So if you have a bullet list of 4 things, you might want to use an image list module like I did up here. Or so here's like an image list. I'll go over here. We got like a form. This would be a box section. It's a little bit more formatted. You have an image list. This is a multi-column. You can have 6 columns across. This one has videos, but this one up here is also a multi-column and was just with text. And this is an example of how I did. See, this was way too long. It didn't look good, because it was like really a bunch of skinny text over here on the left with a big space. So I made it dual column right there, so it kind of fits a little bit nicer. Yeah, so then we have, and then the split, and it shows you the different ratios. You can just have a plain old rich text section if you want, different header sizes, different widths. If you want things aligned left, center, right. And like I said before, top, middle, bottom, left, center, right. So if you're interested in learning more, you want a demo, or you wanted to get a price for how much it would cost to put this on your website, fill out this form. I'll look at your website. I'll tell you if you're a good fit for this, and then we can talk about it more. Thank you. We'll see you soon. Bye.